seriously now. Keita Pelly from KeitaFit.com.
Yes, good morning, Stan.
You've brought a pitching wedge.
I've brought a pitching wedge.
What does that have to do with abdominals?
Well, I have to tell you, it's the fall season and people are playing golf, baseball, and tennis, and those are all activities that involve what's called flexion with rotation. And what that means is you're engaging a lot of your abdominal cavity here. So what I want to talk about today is not only aesthetics, looking better, having that washboard ab, but also training so that you can perform at a higher level when you're doing those types of sports,
right,
and also increasing your performance and decreasing injury prevention. Because a lot of times people hurt after they're done with those.
Well, and from what I understand, if you strengthen your abs, you strengthen your back.
Absolutely, it's an integrated concept. It's called the thoracolumbar fascia. It's a mechanism.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically what that means is the abdominals engage with the low back musculature, and when you're training them, you want to make sure that you train them together.
Okay. Show us some.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
The first exercise that we're going to do is we're actually going to go to the floor, and I'm using what's called the medicine ball here. If you have a basketball at home, you can do that. These exercises with that. We're going to start out on the floor, and what you want to do here is just take your modality, your ball, if you have a basketball, and you're going to just put it in your legs. And what I'm going to have you do is bring your belly button flat to the floor, so you're actually going to tilt your pelvic girdle here. So instead of being in this position right here where your back is elevated, I want you to go ahead and pull that back so it's flat, really, really flat here. So you press down on that lower abdominal area here, and just by doing this exercise right here, you're engaging those lower abdominals. They're turning on right there. Now, to increase the intensity, we're going to keep those abdominals flat, and we're going to bring the legs back in, squeezing this ball, and as you're squeezing this ball, you're squeezing what's known as the adductors, okay, which are coupled in with these lower abdominals. So you're going to pull it in and bring those feet down, keeping that back flat. Now, if someone's starting out in the beginning, they're going to do this. See where that back lifts up like that? You do not want that. You want to keep that back flat.
Just think in terms of pressing the belly button into the floor?
Yes, pressing that belly button into the floor. And repetitions that we're going to talk about this morning are about 10 to 15 repetitions. And the tempo, again, remember, that's the rate of speed in which you're doing the exercise, is nice and controlled, very nice and slow, just like this.
Now, Keita, tell me something. How many sets of abdominal muscles are there?
Well, there's a great question. There's the lower abdominals, which the camera can see from the belly button down here to the pubis symphysis is designated as the lower abdominals. From the umbilicus or the belly button up here are the upper abdominals, and then you have the internal and external obliques, and then you have what's called the transverse abdominis. So you have a lot of different muscles, and this exercise right here, again, is just geared towards these lower abdominals, which a lot of my clients commonly refer to as the food pouch.
Yeah, or the midriff.
That lower area right here. Yeah. Now, the next exercise that we're going to do is going to incorporate those internal and external obliques. Now, again, these are the abdominals that you'll be using when you're playing golf or you're doing any flexion with rotation. So this is the proper form here. Again, internal and external obliques wrap the body in just like this. So you're going to take it back here and come very controlled and wrap it over just like this. Nice and controlled. Keep that head in nice neutral alignment. Now, if you want to increase the intensity, you can put your arm out to the side just like this, increasing it like this, nice and controlled. Again, I would do about 15 repetitions. And if you're a beginner, just start out by doing 1 to 2 sets. And if you're more advanced, especially if you're an athlete, you want to go ahead and kick it up to about 4 to 5 sets.
How much recovery time do we need when you're just starting out on a routine like this?
When you're just starting out, great question. I get asked this all the time. The abdominal musculature is the exact same muscle that's in the gastroc or the hamstring as far as slow twitch to fast twitch muscle fiber. Why that's important is I see this happen all the time. People go into the gym and they'll do 200 reps of every exercise for the abdominal cavity every day, and your body needs to have time to rest. So recuperation rate would be about 24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
So I would do lower abdominals on Monday. I would do these cross crunches on Tuesday. If you want to increase the intensity, you can bring the ball up with you to cross over. Again, this is more for an advanced, for someone that is a golfer or a tennis player or something like that. The last thing that I want to go over really quick is to stretch. So if you're doing an abdominal exercise, it's very important to stretch that cavity. And this is what's commonly referred to as a McKenzie press-up. And all you will do for beginners is just start by pressing up your body here, exhale. And you want to go nice and controlled and more advanced. is coming up just like this, and you want to relax your low back and relax your glutes as you come up. Again, that's just a really good functional stretch for the abdominal cavity. A lot of people train, but they forget to stretch. So remember to stretch.
Okay. If you keep doing all these exercises, you're going to get in shape.
You're going to get in shape. You are going to have that Y sport ass. You look good in those fall fashions, and you're going to be performing at a really high level.
Hey, if you'll go to Kita's Millennium Workshop,